I'm going to keep this short because the only reason you'll be watching this is that you're probably already in overwhelm. You're worried about what's going to happen in this divorce process. Maybe things have already started to get a bit messy and you just need some clarity and a bit of a plan. You're going to make a clear strategy plan. You're going to get introduced to the experts that you need and know who they are, when you need to speak to them and how. But most of all, you're going to have strategies of how to work with the person you're divorcing, the person you may well need to co-parent with. So we talk a lot about that. How do you bring them on board? Just because you're doing things in a way that saves loads of money, like thousands, and that is to their benefit as well, doesn't mean they'll necessarily recognise that straight away. So we do take a strategic approach. It's not manipulative, but it is quite clever sometimes. So if you want a smart way to divorce, if you want to be the one who's informed, leading this journey, making sure it stays on track, and before you go into fear and overload at the thought of that, with the right people supporting you all the way through. It's not rocket science. It really doesn't have to be as exhausting and terrifying as it often can be for people. That's because they haven't created this strategy plan, and we do it in five chunks. We do an initial strategy, obviously, a little plan right from the beginning, so you know where you are. Breathe. Then we get a close look at your psychological well-being and also co-parenting, the relationship side, and we make sure that we plan things in a way that it's going to work for you. There's no point me giving you a whole load of information and things to do that may be brilliant, but if you go into total overwhelm. So we're going to make sure that we're clear on how is the best way for you to do this in the right timings that's going to work for you. But then we can really look at the financials and making sure that you are again in charge of deciding how it's going to be split up, and you need to do some homework with that. Luckily, the experts that I can introduce you to, they do most of that work with you and take a huge amount of that burden off you, and of course it's very empowering. Then we also will be looking at the admin side, the legal side, and making sure you're clear on what's the best route for you. Maybe you're DIY, maybe you're self-managed but using other professionals, and making sure that you know when and where and how to use the lawyers and which are the best type of lawyers to be working with. And of course we have to be looking to the future as well, starting over, moving on. This is not something many people are able to do when they're right in the thick of it, but when you are ready, we will have that session. So we don't squash the sessions together, we do them at a pace that's right for you, and that's something we would obviously set up in the initial session. So what you need in a strategy is not just a clear line of action of what needs to be done, who you need to be talking to, who are the real experts. So for example, specialized financial expert is who you need to be talking about with the money way before you start haggling about who's going to have what. You need to do your homework. So a lot of the strategy is you doing your homework with support at whatever level is comfortable for you. Some people like to do a lot themselves, others want more hands-on support. We create the strategy as you need it, and of course I then know the key people to introduce you to. £99 for an initial 30-minute talk where we can go through and see if this is the right approach for you. But that first initial session, that first half an hour, we will begin that process of creating a strategy. You will come away with something very practical and useful. There's a whole load of bonuses as well, which are really, really valuable, which you'll see attached to this offer. Most people sleepwalk into their divorce and they squander at least 50,000, whether it's dollars or pounds. This happens in the USA just as much as in the UK. And they squander that money that they shouldn't have spent, because they don't know what the lawyers don't tell them. As an international UK and US divorce strategist and a TEDx speaker and creator of the Livestream Divorce TV show, I will make sure that in these 30 short video lessons you will know everything you need to know to keep the costs down. To not only pay for the right things at the right times from the right people, but also how to access a great deal of support for free. Most of all, I will make sure you can look your kids in the eyes and say, hey, I took the trouble to do some homework and I made sure we did this divorce thing the best way possible. So let's go on a journey together to make sure you save thousands, which will be better spent on the kids. So I recommend that you have that one-off session. It'll get you up and running. It may be all you need. And if it's not, then we have a complete journey package there for you, should that be the right thing for you. But until we have our 30 minutes, who knows? I look forward to meeting you. Bye for now.